Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Poison here. Me, myself, and I back again with another video. And today's video is going to be a character guide on Kurenai Yuhi. Yes, the brand new DLC character that only released just last week. We're now going to be making a character guide just for her. So I've been spending the last week mainly just playing Kurenai and just seeing what she had going on for her. And I think I know enough to pretty much make you guys a decent character guide so that you know what to be doing with her in your matches so that you can be playing her to the best of your ability. So to start off with, let's have a look at her item set. So she does have the air kunai bags, the kunai bags that linger in the air for a bit and then explode on the enemy, doing some small kunai damage, does 1.20 damage there. And then she has the slowdown tag, very good for adding stun to combos and obviously slowing down your opponent, so very decent item if I do say so myself. And then lastly, she has the paper bomb, which I like to mainly use when her storm gauge is full, and she has a strike back support because very useful for adding on to combos. Not only that, but her neutral combo is good at dishing out a strike back there as well, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Yes, combos. So with her combos, she has the neutral combo, which looks like this. And she has the down combo, which will look like this. Cool. And then she has the up combo, which looks like this with the whirlwind and the beautiful sakura blossoms there. Okay, so key things to note about her combos is that she has infinite stun in a lot of them. I see 3, so 3 hits in her neutral is when she has the first infinite. Now bear in mind the stun changes. Sometimes it's a falling stun, like so. Sometimes it's not a falling stun, as you can see. It's pretty random on whether it's a falling stun or not. See, sometimes he's falling, sometimes he's not. Yep, so IC3, pretty random. So if you have certain setups, depending on what type of falling stun it is, or if it's like a staggering stun, just be careful on what you follow up with, because sometimes he will fall and sometimes he won't. So depending on what you do and don't go into, just bear that into mind. And then next is the IC4, so intro combo 4, aka 4th hit, where we're using the clones. Now this is always a guaranteed falling stun, so you can actually just jump at the end of this, but I like ninja moving with Kurenai because it looks cool. So yeah, there's combos that you can do after that as well, of course. And then we have the neutral 5, so 5th hit on neutral combo, so the last hit, which is the extra clones there. This has to be hotter stepped. You cannot do this with regular jumping. If you do it with regular jumping, they can block, so make sure that you are holo stepping this. It can be cancelled into UJ, as can all of these infinites. All infinites can be ninja move cancelled into UJ, or just straight up cancelled into UJ. Obviously they haven't nerfed the rev cancels anymore, so you can do any type of cancel into an ultimate jutsu if you wish. Up combo 5 also has an infinite. You can just jump normally for this one, you don't need to holo step. But yeah. So yep, there are your infinites. So the very ending hit of the down combo, very ending hit of the up combo, and very ending hit of the neutral combo. Obviously you can land neutral, you can land ultimate jutsu of all of these. Air combo, very good air combo if I do say so myself. Ends in a dive kick and a tumbling stun, so you can convert off of this into a C dash and continue your combos. Now there is actually more you can do with this, so you can actually cancel the last hit with a chakra dash, like so, and have them bounce. Now I actually think this is amazing because this is a way to connect other things such as her grab and her ultimate jutsu. Just going to demonstrate the grab here. As you can see, there's the grab and ultimate jutsu. There you go. So the reason why those are possible is because there is some tech with this air combo. So what you need to do is you need to chakra dash at the correct time. So you need to make sure you're chakra dashing on the kick down, but you need to do it as the very first hit of the dive kick connects. It might take some practice, but you want to basically look like that. So Kurenai basically beats her opponent to the ground. She gets to the ground first, and it leaves the opponent bouncing off the ground. The reason why it leaves him bouncing off the ground is because there is actually another hit once she lands on the ground coming off of her foot that isn't going to connect, because obviously you've cancelled the actual hit animation by chakra dashing. So then they're just left bouncing like this. So make sure that you're chakra dashing about here just as she brings her foot down, that's when you want to be chakra dashing. And then you can land that into a grab. Very good conversion into a grab. And it's pretty cool because you can do that over and over again, which I'll demonstrate in a little bit, and I'll demonstrate why that's very useful. Also, it's a quick fire way to get the ultimate jutsu off as well. So a little step back into ultimate jutsu. Again, just if you're looking for quick damage before subs are coming back or before enemy supports are coming back, and you get that really quick burst damage off when you're in the air, just reset it into the ground like that, into UJ, and then you're going to get yourself some nice big and quick damage with Kurenai. This is extremely useful to do. Just featuring her jutsus for a second, you can also use the same logic by using her jutsus. So if you look on the controller peripheral on the bottom right of the screen, you can see I'm actually loading the chakra and spamming circle for J1. And what this does is that it creates the bouncing animation and guarantees a jutsu hit like that. And then I can do the same with J2. So chakra, spamming square, guarantees J2 off of the bounce. So yeah, make sure that you're using these animations to cancel whatever it is, cancel the last hit of the air combo. So again, cancelling that last hit, and then we can go into the next thing. Very useful for Kurenai Yuhi, as you can see. Now, here's some advanced tech with the air combo before I move on to the next segment, is that she is a character where you can stop hitting after the AC2, air combo 2, which means second hit in the air, to actually then do a regular chakra dash in the air to force your opponent to block it and then get forced landing frames. So, oh, okay, it restored my chakra dash there, that's fun. So 2, chakra dash, and then usually what it does is that it resets them on the ground, but we're going to try again. Like so, and that way you can get your max damage reset right there. So that is a very fun one to do. So yeah, that's something you can do, but it only works if you're any high up in the air. Like if you're too sloppy with it, or if you're too slow, or if you're too low to the ground on the air. Like obviously this doesn't work because you're too low down in the air. This example would work, for example, because nice and high in the air. And then, yeah, you can do whatever it is you need to continue the combo. So yeah, that is some tech. If you want to get advanced and you know that your opponent is going to be blocking at all times, that's something you can try and attempt. Alright, let's take a look at the grab. The grab is a really cool part of her moveset that I really love because it has a long falling stun, similar to Ino and Hanzo's and Hashirama's grabs. Kurenai now fits in with those characters. So we're looking at basically doing grab loops like this. So grab, jump, chakra dash, grab, jump, chakra dash, grab, and this is an infinite grab loop. Your opponent can't do anything unless they call supports or use their substitutions to get out of this combo. So this is a very cool one to do. Very repetitive, is very like mental strain towards your opponent because they might get annoyed by this, but yeah, I think it's pretty fun. And then I'm going to actually demonstrate something with the grab that I think is very resource good, like resource management heavy. So you want to do the grab, you want to do a ninja dash like this, do the reset I taught you with the chakra dash, and then keep the grab going. Now if you look at the chakra bar, I'm only losing tiny bits of chakra each time because chunks of it will keep coming back. So this is another grab loop that you can do over and over again without wasting too much chakra. Like so. So if they have no subs, you can get off a good few of these over and over, and it's racking up quite a lot of damage too. Like very useful. And again, Kurenai is not really wasting a lot of chakra here. She gets a lot of it back during the ninja dash. So by this point anyway, they would get a support or a sub back. So that's when they would get out the combo. So yeah, it's not her highest damaging combo, but again, it is a nice, easy, loopable combo that would annoy your opponent just by seeing the repetition over and over and over again of getting hit by grabs, because for some reason, psychologically, nobody likes getting hit by grabs. And then here is some more advanced tech. So you have to be technologically advanced. You have to be very good on your controller. You have to make sure that you're very quick and you're very precise with your button inputs, because there are some really good tech here with what I'm going to show you. So it's very simple. All it is actually landing the ultimate jutsu right off the grab. Yes, it is possible. So you want to do the grab, you want to ninja move into UJ. Like so. So, yep, that is another very quick and easy way to guarantee yourself an ultimate jutsu, is that if you land a grab and your opponent has no subs, you can literally just ninja move straight into an ultimate jutsu. Now, this does take a while to get down. It is pretty hard to land. It is a quick ninja move though, not a long ninja move. So, you'll notice that I'm doing quick ninja moves. I'll demonstrate if you do a long ninja move like this, it will whiff. You cannot do that, it will whiff, because by the time she's getting into her Sakura Blossoms and stuff, your opponent will land on the ground. So you want to do a short one into the UJ. So what I would say is basically, the logic I'd say to do it is to ninja move, and as quickly as you can hit triangle, circle on your controller is when you basically want to stop the ninja move and then go into that ultimate jutsu. That was a bad example. Oh, you can do it by stepping forward apparently. So what I did was step forward. So that might be a way as well. Okay, there you go. We just learned something new during the guide. You don't even have to ninja move. You can just take a step forward, and as fast as it takes you to do triangle, circle, is the time that it will take for you to actually hit the ultimate jutsu. So that's really cool. Okay, let's get into the jutsu segment of this guide. So Jutsu 1, it has higher damage than her J2. On Kabuto here, it does 12 damage on hit. This one only does 8. I'm saying Kabuto specifically because every character has different defense values, so that means damage will always land differently on each character. Basically, what I've noted down is that this jutsu is good for pretty much putting anywhere in her combos. So you can land it on IC1, you can land it on an IC2, like so. So IC2, really good to put in. Obviously, the good thing about this jutsu is that you can C-dash cancel off of it, so if you hit it like that, you can just continue going. So very useful there. You can also ninja dash cancel off it, but it does force you into an air combo again, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, you can just ninja move like that. So, you know, if you just want to have some nice freestyle S combos, you know, you can do something like this, like that, and then yeah, you can continue your combos like that. And then if you like to add a variety, what you could do is that you could do something like the full neutral ninja move into grab, off the grab into a UJ. So that's like a full combo you could do, just possible because of how much of a good connection a Jutsu 1 is. So yeah, that is a nice little combo right there, 40 damage altogether. Another good thing about Jutsu 1 is that it does work on rebounding. It lands on grounded opponents. So if they're on the floor, you can pick them up off the floor with it. So again, that's another useful thing. Like so. So very good against grounded opponents. I always make sure to use it if I see an opponent grounded, because there's still a lot of people who don't know that it's grounded, so it's good to hit it while you can, but obviously because of this guide, a lot of people are going to be educated on that now. Another really good thing about J1 is that you can actually use it to catch rebounding opponents. So if you have a support that launches them in the air that forces a rebound, or if you have, you know, something like Kurenai's J2 that forces rebound, you can actually ninja move into the rebounding space and use the J1 to catch them and push them away again for extra damage. So look like this. Very useful. I love this a lot. Very useful indeed. You obviously need quite a bit of chakra for it, so get about that much chakra. So ninja move. There we go. So yeah. That's another very useful one. So yeah, Jutsu 1, although it doesn't look great at first glance, there are reasons to make it good with it hitting grounded, for hitting rebounding opponents, and it can be implemented literally anywhere in Kurenai's combo as long as you are closer in range. Now I say closer in range because Jutsu 1 has terrible range. I'm very close to Kabuto here, and I have to step forward just to hit him, but again, if I stand here, it's just not hitting him. It is very close to Kurenai's body, so yeah, make sure that you are very close about this range here for it to hit. So, Jutsu 2. Jutsu 2 is a great one. It can be used for combos, but I'll say off the bat, it is great for neutral play. You can actually have up to 3 walking at once. You can see the first one disappears when I summon the 4th one, so it becomes the new 3rd, I guess, or whatever. And it walks indefinitely. It walks, well, not indefinitely, but it walks for a very long time. Like, the amount of time this takes to actually walk the opponent, I'm pretty sure is far longer than what it used to be in the older Storm games when you used to have Kurenai as a support-only character. And then it has like a nice red effect, sort of like signifying of when it's going to detonate. Very useful for Kurenai. I really love this about her. So it's very good at like littering the field with just her clones and stuff. And then just playing around them. This is a good form of defense. There aren't many jutsus that actually can get past this very well, but the only issue is that some jutsus can get through it. So like your Inferno styles, you know, truth-seeking scorches, you know, anything like that, they will just pummel straight through and hit Kurenai. So you do have to be careful when using those clones. You can use it during her combos as well, but only during falling stuns. So I'd recommend using it on IC4 in the base combo, like so. I did ninja move to do it there, but you don't have to ninja move. You can just do it like so. And then off that, you should be able to do the ninja move into J1 like I taught you before. So the combo would look like this. Yeah, like that. So that's a really cool one to do. But that is pretty much it about the J2. Is you can have the 3 up in neutral for if you want defense. So this is a very good defensive tool. You can sit behind them and protect yourself, get chakra, get your supports back, and things like that. Another thing to note about this jutsu as well is that the explosion is also a hitbox. So it has a hitbox when it detonates. So the initial clone itself is a hitbox. But also, this explosion is a lingering hitbox that lasts for about just under a second. So I've had it before where I've gone against an enemy Kurenai and the clone explodes. I'll try and dash through the explosion and the explosion will actually send me flying into the air because it has its own hitbox. So be in mind of that. Keep that in mind. That is super important to keep in mind of. So you just want to wait about 1 real life second. Just count like up to 1 in your head slowly, and then do a charge chakra dash in just to be safe because yeah, it's very, very complicated, that one. One more thing with the J2 is that you can do a kunai restand with your supporting carrot turned fully on. As you can see, he had landing frames. So landing frames is good, because you can jump them through kunai with the next character and go into whatever combo you like. So, very useful. You can also land ultimate jutsu off this as well. So again, if you want a quick way to land ultimate jutsu, it is useful for that. What would this look like in a combo, you're probably asking? Well, this is why, you know, this jutsu is good in combo. So again, remember, IC4. All you gotta do with the next character is leader switch, jump, and kunai. So nice and quick like that. So you want to leader switch, jump, kunai. And once you got that down, then yeah, your combos will be a lot better there. So very useful to do. So this is what it looks like again. I even did a U3 there. So I did a team ultimate jutsu just off of that. So the reason why this works the way it does is that I'll just turn it off just to make it easier. Every time you throw shuriken, it always forces them to touch the ground when they land because the game thinks that they should be in some type of stun from the initial hit, the hit being the jutsu. So you can mess with this by forcing them to land on the ground in the way that you want them to. Very useful. I mean, this actually does work as well with Kurenai being a support, so you summon her in a support. You can do it like this as well, very useful. But yeah, this is a piece of tech that I've actually been using a lot in my matches. Just using kunai to restand them and then going into Asuma and then doing whatever combos I enjoy doing as Asuma. He's a very fun character, as you can see. Maybe I might do a guide on him in the future too. But yeah, so that is one thing to note with Kurenai's J2. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to take a look at Kurenai's Awakening mode. So, there isn't really much to report with the Awakening mode here in terms of what she's got now. The Blossom Swarming Jutsu is pretty good. I quite like it. However, it does travel slowly, and I can't remember how the tracking is on it. But yeah, it doesn't actually properly hit grounded. It can hit off of itself as long as you time it right, like so. And then you can create lots of burst damage like that. But other than that, you mainly just want to be including these in her combos, of course. That's like the best way for you to sort of introduce that. I don't really have a lot of advice for the swapping jutsu other than to travel with it, like you would usually would. The cast time is quite slow as well. It takes quite a long time to get into. But yeah, other than that, it's okay. And then we have our J2. J2 is kind of good. I do like it because it allows you to close the distance in your opponent. So if your opponent can see that you're in awakening and they've created this distance, you can use it just to get close because she's a teleporter here. So that's very useful. You can use it in her combos as well to get lots of damage. And you can do a nice little combination of her stuff. If you do the air combo into J2, create guard pressure, you can force them into the bombs and then create a guard break. So if they have no subs, this is a damage reset. There we go. Go into the guard break right there. Easy clap. So if you want guaranteed guard breaks, that's the way to do it. So let me demonstrate it one more time. If you want to get these guard breaks, you need to have a support ready, like Asuma for example, or a support that's really good at doing multiple hits and can push an opponent backwards. And next thing you need to do is learning the fundamentals of this combo. So it's air combo, straight into J2, and then after the J2, you want to then jump and then do a kunai. So I'll demonstrate it one more time. Air combo, J2, jump kunai into that. Now when you do the jump kunai to restand them, I think they can actually do a counter. They can land a counter here. So this is a 50-50 moment, so they might try and counter to stop your whole setup. So what you can do instead, if you really want to play it safe, is you can just do this. Yeah, it obviously won't be great for the damage perspective, but I mean, there's one way. Or yeah, you can force it so that they counter into the Asuma support, and then Asuma, or I don't know, PTS Naruto, Tamari, whatever supports you have, can then continue doing the rest of the combo for you. So there's that. So yeah, fundamentals of that combo is air combo, J2, jump, then kunai. And then the way you time your supports is super important, to make sure that you time Asuma to be coming in quite early. And then last but not least of this is her awakening action. So this awakening action is an unblockable one. So, oops, that was a bad example. There we go, he couldn't block that. And then basically all this is an opportunity for you to land stuff while the enemy cannot substitute. That's right, enemy cannot substitute during this, so you can land whatever free damage you want during this time. Catch them like that as well. But yeah, so one thing I like to do sometimes is combo like this. That's like one thing you could do. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really think they actually stay suspended long enough. I think it needs like a little bit longer of suspension just so you can really land like certain like jutsu and stuff. But other than that, yeah, so it's got very slow startup, so you know, Kabuto can actually ninja move away from that. Also, as you can see, the range isn't that great, so you have to be super close to land it. So the best way to guarantee this is to make sure that your opponent has no substitutions, or you can use one of them as a sub waster. Catch them in a combo. IT3 into this, you know, go into this, they'll sub again round about here, so you want to chase them down. Once you chase them down again, and then you want to just go back into the combo and use it during your combos. Obviously, because there's an awakening action, you can actually dash out of it as well, so if you do it on accident or you think you're going to whiff it like this, you can just taco dash out of it. So that is always a possibility. So yeah, is that if you do the switch off Kurenai, it takes the effect away and just leaves them in a stun. So Kurenai has to be present as the main character for this to actually fully be in effect. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Other than that, her moveset is exactly the same in Awakening mode. So on the closing notes of this character guide, basically you just want to be using this J2 in the neutral if you are low on subs or low on resources. This makes Kurenai quite annoying to fight against, especially against meta players. I've made meta players rage quit versus me because of how good these clones are. But if you're using Jutsus in combos, make sure to be using the J1. The J1 does more damage than the clones, so make sure you're doing that. So again, like so, and go into whatever. The thing is about Kurenai is that she has a lot of like combo creativity, so that's one thing to consider. And then again, if you ever see your opponent grounded for whatever reason, just J1 off the ground. It forces them to either sub or take a bunch of damage, because it is decent damage to throw out in one go. And then the grab's actually got very good range as well. Make sure to try and use your grab as much as possible. One thing I do to ensure the grab always lands is that when I'm playing the supporting character, I trap dash into the enemy like that and then stun them with a C dash to guarantee my my hit with it. Her IC3 is a projectile like this. You can use them as a way to create stun at dashing opponents. So sometimes when someone sees that you're just mashing the air, they're trying to dash you, but they might end up dashing into your kunai right there. So if they end up doing that, that is a free hit right there. And then obviously that's a free conversion if they do get hit by it. So I've actually fooled people with this quite a few times with her. Just been caught mashing, but if anything they're getting caught by me. So yeah, the thing is Kurenai hasn't got very good guard pressure. As you can see, unsafe there, not very good guard pressure. So a way to do guard pressure would be just to do the up combo. Like that, with a support, guaranteed guard break every time because of all the hits that she does. Just nice and simple. Another piece of tech as well is actually similar to something that E showed in one of his guides, is actually doing her projectile in the combo combined with a leader switch. So like that, very quick guard break, kind of crazy really. I didn't really use it very much, but I mean, hey, if you're desperate, go ahead, I guess. Anyways, that is all the advanced stuff that you need to know about Kurenai Yuhi. I hope this guide helps. Don't forget to share it with your friends or share it with people who are Kurenai mains and that want to get better at Kurenai. As always, this has been your boy Poison Akami. Janet.